Hi, welcome to the session. This is module 2 in that unit 1. Module 2 deals with the types of connection. The unit 1 deals with the bolted connection. In types of connection, mainly we come across bolted connection and welted connection. If we come to the bolted connection, first we should know how the bolt and nut looks like and which are all the parts. The bolt will consisting of head, then shank, then thread. The unthreaded portion will be known as the shank. This will be the diameter of the bolt and this will be the nut. In bolt, mainly we come across three types of bolt. One is block bolt, close tolerance bolt, high strength friction grip bolt. Block bolt is also known as common bolt. Close tolerance bolt is known as turned bolt. Then this type of bolt is known as HSFG bolts. Then if we come to the types of bolts, we are going to call that one as M12, M16, M18, M20, etc., where the number 12, 16, 18, 20 indicates the diameter of the bolt. Okay. Here if we say M16, the diameter of the bolt will be 16 mm, M20 means 20 mm dia bolt. Then if we come to the grade of the bolt, if I say property class 4.6 in the problem, that indicates the ultimate tensile stress is equal to the digit before the decimal should be multiplied by 100. Nothing but before the decimal point 4 is there. So, 4 into 100, 400. So, ultimate tensile stress is 400 Newton per mm square. Therefore, yield stress is given by this ultimate tensile stress multiplied by the value of the decimal, that is 0.6. So, multiply, you are going to get 240 Newton per mm square, that will be the yield stress. Always if I say property class 4.6, the ultimate tensile stress Fu is given by that digit before the decimal multiplied by 100, and yield stress is given by ultimate tensile stress multiplied by the decimal value, that is 0.6. Like that, if I say property class 5.6, then ultimate tensile stress will be 5 into 100, that is 500 Newton per mm square. Yield stress is equal to 500 multiplied by 0.6, 300 Newton per mm square. And the grade of the plate will be 410 Newton per mm square, and this is common, it will be constant for all the problems. We call that one as material grade, it is grade of the plate. Then like that only, if I say just 8.8, that indicates 8 into 100, 800 Newton per mm square, that is the ultimate tensile stress. Then yield stress is given by 800 multiplied by 0.8, 640 Newton per mm square. This will be useful while solving the problem. If we come to the types of connection, that is types of joint, here we come across the four different types of joint, like lap joint, the one plate over the another plate, then butt joint, then one plate beside the another plate, it will be covered by the covered plate. The cover plate may be single cover butt joint or it may be double cover butt joint. Nothing but we may provide the cover plate on one side or on both the sides. Depending upon that, we are going to cover single cover or double cover butt joint. Then we come across single bolt joint and double bolt joint. That depends upon in how many rows the joint the bolts are provided. If we are going to provide the bolts in one chain, we are going to call that one as single bolt joint. Suppose if we provide the bolt in 2 rows, we are going to call that one as double bolted joints. Then if we come to the modes of failure, that is in bolted joint, Here also different types of failures are there, like single shear failure of bolt, nothing but the single shear, nothing but shear failure of the bolt. It may be single shear or double shear. What do you mean by single shear? Nothing but shear is nothing but a slide. The material is going to break at a single point into two pieces. We call that one as single shear. If the material is going to break at 2 points into 3 pieces, if it break at 1 point, single shear. If it break at 2 points, then it is we are going to call that one as double shear failure. Then we come across bearing failure of bolt and plate. Bearing, here if we come to the bolt and plate, in the plate we are going to provide a bolt hole, then in that bolt hole we are going to provide the bolt. This bolt may fail due to crushing, due to the loads. We call that one as bearing up the bolt. Along with that, the plate, edges of the plate may subject it to failure like this. We call that one as bearing of plate. Then we come across edge failure of the plate. What do you mean by edge failure? Suppose if we consider this plate, these bolt or bolt holes are provided at the edges. Then due to various action, it may cause cracks at the edges of the plates. We call that one as edge failure of the plate. As per the recommendation, from the center of the bolt hole up to the extreme edge of the plate, that is the minimum edge distance should be 1.7 to 1.5 times the diameter of the hole. As per the suggestions or guidelines given in the page number 74 of the IS code book, IS 800, the minimum edge distance is 1.7 to 1.5 times the diameter of the hole. Then last type of failure is tension failure or tearing failure. What happens means, suppose if it is a plate, one chain of bolts are provided here. Along the path of the bolts, the plate is going to crack. The plate is going to crack. The cracks are going to develop. This type of failure we are going to call that one as tension failure or tearing failure of plates or bolts. That's all for this session. We will continue with numericals in the next session. Thank you.